All right, tonight. What are we doing tonight? Here it is. We're going to take a little victory lap for our March Madness prowess. Yeah, we're doing that. We got a hot topic tonight. We got beer and trivia. We're back from vacation, and one of us has some big news. Hey, I'm JT. We are the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers, guys. This show is BS. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000 watt voice of the numbers guys in
The Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Hey, if you're seeing us on YouTube, man, oh man, it's good to be with you. A lot of activity over here on this side of the... Oh, everybody okay?
Lost my pillow.
You surprised we're doing this? Everybody seems to be surprised.
This pillow. Where'd you get this pillow?
You surprised, Clark?
Yeah, he's surprised. It's a real nice surprise, Clark. Real nice surprise. Okay, if you're catching us live, thank you so much for hanging out with
That's
us.
not going to help your lumbar right there, bro. You get that down low.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny watching you struggle with that, though.
Not trying
cool,
to turn
man.
this into a freaking lazy boy over here.
That is the hardest couch known to man. The hardest couch that Wayfair.com had is the one I bought.
They got just what you need, though.
They do. They had everything.
They
I
got a
needed.
catchy jingle.
Yeah. Wayfair, get just what I need. What was I saying? Hey, do me a favor. Hop in the chat and say hello. We'd love to hear from you. We certainly would like to do that. And you can also text us. And folks, that's right. I can actually see the texts now. So you can text us.
That's a technical
Rich doesn't have to remind me.
breakthrough.
It's amazing. It's amazing what can happen when you are off for a week. All the technology that we've acquired in the meantime. That number, TNG Live 007, also known as 864-548-3007. And if you want to talk to us over the phone and be part of the conversation, you're going to be able to do that tonight too. That number, 717-TNG-TALK. That's 717-TNG-TALK, also known as 717-864-8255. Just be aware if you call that number now, you might be on hold for a little bit. So I will open the phone lines later on. Probably better to wait and call in then. And finally, guys, hey, if we provide you any sort of value tonight, I don't know what it's going to be tonight. Maybe, oh, Rich is making
Thumbs up.
That's American Sign Language. Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Give us thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
Trying to help you
Also,
out.
but it could be called a like. You can call it a like too if you want.
That's true, too.
Maybe
I
a
guess.
subscription. That would be cool.
That would be top notch.
That would be big league appreciated.
league.
Yeah,
Big league.
big
That's right.
league.
That's Jim's line.
That's usually what I say. But that's okay. Say whatever you want. And now, boy, with me, it's been too long, I think. For the entire hour, one of my
OGs.
best friends, to my right, your left. Oh, I forgot how I do this. Okay. My buddy, D-Dub, what is going on?
It's been a minute, as Rich would say.
Hot minute.
Yeah, he's got that Hollywood lingo down.
Yeah, he's kind of a baller like that.
Sometimes.
Yeah. He actually is the first person I ever heard say slide into my DMs was Rich, which then became one of the biggest, most popular segments on the show. Yeah.
I think it's one that's ready to be extinguished,
Are you ready?
retired,
Yeah.
My
retired.
favorite part of the show.
That's my favorite part of the show. You didn't do it last week. Yeah.
These people are ruthless.
In the DMs?
Yeah.
Well, no, I
You've
know.
been
that.
here.
I've heard them. I've heard them.
They've been stewing for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
For sure. That one said my face looked like a C word.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like Caucasian, maybe?
That's why I'm not sure what the C word was. We should ask for some clarification on that. Well, how you doing, buddy? I like that sweatshirt.
Thank you. This is one I
It's the
wore in
North Face.
episode 71, I believe.
That was a good episode.
And I brought it back for, because it wasn't going real good on eBay.
oh, you list it?
So,
You pulled it, best offer.
I
didn't
figured if we
go
got
through.
2 episodes behind it, it might.
Value skyrockets.
Yeah.
There's not too many hoodies that make it,
You know,
I mean, plus it's white. I mean, it's kind of ballsy to pull off white
yeah,
sweatshirts between such far episodes.
It's sort of a cream.
it's a crew. But I'll tell you what, I wondered why you autographed the back of it. But now I know you were trying to sell it with an autograph on it, right? Is that the
No comment.
okay? Not going well. All right, man. Good to see you. Next to you, all the way imported from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, on a
He
guy's
does
trip.
have a tan going.
Oh yeah.
40, cousin Jimmy, who our audience hasn't met yet, but cousin Andrew's met him, and he was on the trip as well. So we had a good time in Vegas. 3 days on the town. Sinatra's at Wynn.
What was the highlight?
I don't know. We had a couple good dinners. STK at Cosmo. It was like a club scene, high-end steakhouse, music blaring.
Where's that at?
Cosmo, the state STK. But it was like you were at a Ruth Chris, but like a club atmosphere, which was
Clubby Ruth's Chris.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a casino. It was on
It wasn't
some-
the casino in Cosmo. Yeah.
Oh, Cosmo's a casino name?
Cosmopolitan.
Oh, Cosmo. I'm sorry.
Nice and quiet, I'm sure, and good acoustics.
Yeah, we hit some good bars. We hit a really good bar at Fountain Blue, kind of like a
Oh, you went to Fountain Blue.
first time.
Okay.
Is that place awesome?
It's weird. It's like a weird, like chandelier vibe. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
It's
More
huge.
formal.
Isn't it like never ending? Like there's a ball in there. There's the swimming pool's monsters.
You say there's a melon baller?
A mall.
Anybody watch? No, he doesn't watch. Nobody watches Arrested Development, do they? Cornballer? No? Okay, never
Never
mind.
got
Never
into
mind.
that one.
Never mind.
2008 is calling.
Sorry, I like that show.
So
Did they reboot that?
I don't think so. Maybe Jason Bateman looks the same. Why not?
Yeah, he doesn't age.
Those
does
guys, Paul Rudd, Jason,
Bateman,
Justin? Is it Justin Bateman?
Jason.
Jason. Justine is
Justine.
the
That's
sister.
who
Yeah,
I'm
sister.
thinking of.
She's aged appropriately.
She
Mallory.
was all right. Yeah, Mallory was all right.
She's a little malnourished for my liking.
I haven't seen her recently.
She is.
so
Yeah,
much.
she's a little skinny. She's a little skinny. But before,
Whatever happened to the other one? Not Mallory.
Michael Fox?
Not the Fox. The other
little-
sister.
Oh, the other one. What was it?
Oh, the blonde.
The name almost came to my
Yeah,
head.
you almost said Tina Yothers. Is that who it was?
Is that it? Yeah, I think it was Tina
I'm going to
Yothers.
say, that sounds right. She definitely was. If she wasn't on
Mallory
that
and-
show, she was on something else. But I think it is Tina Others.
I think it is Tina
I thought
Yothers.
she turned into like a Laker girl for a hot minute.
Oh, I don't think you've
Whoa,
got the
whoa,
right
whoa.
gal.
Whoa.
I could be
whoa.
wrong, but that don't feel right. Does that feel right to you,
I
Jimmy?
don't think you can feel it.
I'd say
Well,
she.
maybe you can. She was, but I don't.
I was gonna say.
Feel something tingly.
Might,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. She was a little
That could be high
punchy,
blood pressure.
pudgy.
yeah, say she's bottom of the pyramid.
But
But
if she lost weight, then she'd have weight in all the right places. So.
you're not thinking Dana Plato.
No,
Oh,
she was.
she
She was
was-
not a Laker girl. She was more into the other type of camera action.
Yeah,
She was
she had an alcohol problem. I
crack,
think.
I think.
Or is it crack? Crack or
it was
alcohol? One of the
crack.
two. She had a problem. I know
Did you
that.
see any crack in the club?
Crack?
So,
Not
wait,
that-
did I
yeah,
see
tell
some
me.
crack? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
there's some drug action around there.
Are you talking about Crack Man, or are you talking? No,
I was at a club in Vegas. I was just curious.
I saw many people that looked like they were spaced out.
you
on
didn't see
something.
Crack though. The real Crack.
Not the real crack man, though. I will go this summer with JT. We will go visit Stormy and Crackman.
Yes, we will go to see Stormy.
Hopefully, Stormy.
She still
has
work for
no-
that network?
Yeah, she does.
It's on in our
Buchanan,
office.
Buchanan,
Most days.
Boku, whatever her name is.
Bonantoni.
Tony?
Bonantoni.
Bonaducci.
I don't know. I think other people are. D-Dubs, you were investigating possibly maybe coming out that.
I
July?
told Rich I think you could twist each other's arm to
Yeah.
come together,
That
package
would be.
deal.
Can we
That
do
would
the?
hurt.
Can we do the show out there?
Oh, we could do it. I'd bring the stuff. I know my wife would love that if I took a few hours out of my day to do the numbers guys show. But before we go on, I want to hear more from Tones too about the trip. Aunt Debbie, she's in the house. She said she would so bid on that.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
very kind of somebody to say.
I thought she was going to been on a
Thank
trip
you.
with the four of us to go to Vegas. No, that should be.
that's priceless.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, we should sell off to join us in Vegas, the numbers guys, like
Sure.
to the highest bidder, a trip with us.
Yeah,
We pay for the crack that way.
that's true. That's a good point.
I did.
Thank
I
you,
went to
Aunt Debbie.
Area 15.
Yeah, how was that? I'm
looked
curious
fun.
about that. Yeah.
So it's unique. It was kind of like mental effing your brain basically. So
Isn't there like games you play in there? Is that-
yeah, there's different virtual reality. Like there's these rooms that are just like crazy visuals and stuff. And my kids wanted me to go there because there's a thing called Omega Mart in there, which is like the main attraction. It's like you go in, it's like a storefront. You go inside, it's like you're in a shopping mart. But then there's hidden doors, and then you go in this back area with all these like crazy rooms and lights and
Yeah, that's supposed to be the
hidden
best part.
areas. But some of their favorite YouTubers have filmed in there, so my kids are like, "You got to go there." And then I bought them a couple souvenirs there. But you could spend a day with some young ones in Area 15 with the different events. You could get a package deal, buy like 5 or 6 things, and probably kill a day there. So
Okay.
but it's definitely that. If I do bring my kids at some point, I'm definitely gonna spend some time over
Is there
there.
an entry fee?
Not to go in, but just for each separate
Here it is right here.
attraction. Yeah, there you go.
Immerse yourself in a world beyond. It's a must-see immersive entertainment. Did I say immersive? Immersive entertainment district located a few minutes from the Las Vegas Strip. I want to see this Omega Mart thing. That's
No,
what I
Omega
heard
Mart
about that too.
was it was. I wish I could have spent more time. I just went with cousin Andrew in there, but we spent probably a good 2 hours walking around there. But there's all these hidden clues. You could play a game or something, try to figure out what the whole thing is about. There's clues all over. And you could try to figure some secret.
Was there like a hidden bar in there somewhere?
Yeah, there's a really cool bar in there. Really unique candy store too. Yeah. Spend some time if you're gonna go. Don't go there for a half hour. If you're gonna go, spend a few hours. So
I was wondering what it is like to work in one of these hidden places. Like you start your day by going to a place where only half the people know you're there.
yeah, all the
It
workers.
is interesting.
All the workers. They seem pretty happy to be working at the Omega Mart. So
Huh. All right. Any stories you can't tell live on the Numbers Guys, Tones?
I did take a cousin oath.
Okay. All right. That's
so-
fair.
Oh, that's too
Is that
TMI.
blood involved in that?
Well, there's
I
blood.
hope so.
There's blood relation. So yeah, there's a blood oath there. So
How about pool wise? Did you go to Luxor? Because half were staying at Luxor and you were at Caesars, right?
yeah, so cousin Andrew and I, we woke up Sunday morning. We were tired, so we didn't feel like trucking over to Luxor. So me and him just hung out at the pool for a few hours, and we met some cool people and had some proni, and that was a good chill day recovery. And we did go to the Wings game, Golden Knights. Great experience. If you ever got a chance to go to a Knights game, even if it's not the Wings, I suggest you go. Stadium's fantastic. Not a bad seat in the house. They designed that. You could sit in the back row in the corner, and you still got a great view of the stadium.
Behind New York, New York.
Park MGM. So right behind Park.
Okay.
So kind of still
Yeah.
New York. But yeah,
Same area.
there's a walkway behind Park, like a boardwalk with a couple bars, restaurants back there. And so we ate at Italy that day and then walked right behind there. So, which is in Park. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're back. You are tanner than me.
Yeah. Great visuals in the stadium though. Like there's always entertainment going on in between plays and intermission and all that stuff. So
How much were tickets, if you don't mind me asking?
we got ours like 80, 85. Not
Isn't it the
horrible.
funny thing? Like everybody's cheaper than Michigan.
Yeah,
when
oh,
it
for
comes
sure.
to entertainment like that, it's ridiculous.
You know the coolest thing though, we were in at Italy Rainford, like I mentioned. Inside there, about a third of the people were wearing Red Wings jerseys, which was pretty freaking
Oh,
cool.
no kidding, eh?
A lot of people from out of town for the Wings game, so that was pretty cool. The stadium, I bet you, was a third Wings fans for it. So
Gotcha.
that was pretty neat.
That is cool. Very cool. All right. Well, next to you, he was in Indy. Anything new with you, Rich?
Not too much.
No?
Went to St. Elmo's and Indy. That was pretty good.
What's your
Yeah.
rating of St. Elmo's?
You're going to lead with St. Elmo's.
No,
huh?
I got engaged. I'm
Wait, what? So you got
I might
engaged?
I might not be engaged after that first 30 seconds.
That's right. That was an Indy. I'll give you one more. Well, congratulations from the Numbers Guys. And hashtag Realtor Lauren, congratulations to you as well. We're very happy to have you part of the family, in essence. So you, what day when did you get engaged? It was
Last Wednesday.
last Wednesday.
Yeah,
All
so it was our
right,
2 year, and we went to the same restaurant we had our first date at. So.
Was that
Oh.
Queens?
No, it wasn't our first date.
wasn't-
Believe it or not.
wasn't
I
Queens?
broke her in before I took her to Queens.
All right. Where'd you
Wait,
guys-
wait. I'm not sure what that terminology means. So
It means just what you think it means, buddy.
Hey, yo. Oh, well,
okay.
but a woo-woo for that.
No, Barbarona, though, was the place.
Oh, Barbarona,
Hey, that's
yeah.
by my house.
It's right by your house. The one at 27, though, not the
not the
one at the
hotel.
Okay.
hotel that we had dinner
Cambria.
at before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cambridge.
2 years, man.
2 years.
That's I
Can you
think your
believe that?
longest courtship ever without getting engaged.
I think it might be. No, maybe. Thanks, Daryl.
Sorry.
You were
You know-
disinvited.
You don't take shots at somebody who just got engaged, man. Come on.
Jeez.
Let's have some decorum here.
I just saying he took his time. He made
That'll
sure it was right this time.
Don't be calling me for any advice the next 2 weeks. I'm busy.
He made sure that he knew what he was doing.
Realtor Lauren's, we know her. She's never been on the show. Realtor Lauren's never been on the show, but we all know her in person. She's real. She's a real person.
She's
And she's
texted in.
cool. I like Realtor Lauren.
She's chimed in many times before.
Yeah, she's chimed in.
He
But
might
maybe
be our number one chimer in.
she is our number one chimer inner.
She's-
Yeah. Speaking of chimer inner, I want to get back to Rich here, but there's been some chiming going on here, and I want to leave these people hanging. My wife, she gives one of those like just a flat smiley face where it's just like, you know what I'm talking about? In regards to doing the show while we're in Vegas, I think is what that was. Yeah.
Not having it.
Yeah, not having that. Aunt Debbie says, travel agents, you're not. I agree. I agree with that. Judy Mima says, congratulations, Rich and Lauren. Yes, that's from Mima.
Mima.
And then Aunt Debbie says, but sounds like fun. Yes, it does sound like fun. So, all right, so you got engaged on Wednesday. And before that, though, you were in Indy, right? Or after? Was it after?
Before.
Before.
Was Indy? Yeah, before. No, I'm all confused. When did
Yeah,
I
it
go to
doesn't
Indy? Was
matter.
that 2 weeks ago already?
Yes.
I called in.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, so it was after. I got engaged after Indy.
Okay. And then you went to St. Elmo's.
In Indy, yes, I did.
And
It was phenomenal. I thought it was everything was supposed to be when we went in there. I think I told you guys already, but couldn't remember what they were really known for. But the only appetizer you can order is the 3 or 5 piece shrimp cocktail. And when you take
really?
a bite of that, it's like the horseradish in the cocktail sauce. It's like if you've
In a
ever
good
had
way?
like super, I like it. I mean, it might.
That's
not
the only
everybody-
appetizer?
It's the only appetizer you can have, and
It's
that's what
shrimp
they're
cock.
known for because it's like it'll like just overpower your sense. Like it goes away quick, but you definitely know it's something different when you take a bite out of it. So that was cool. Another family I know that went there, they actually got a tour. Peyton Manning, I guess, signs all his contracts. He's got like his own room there. I saw a lot of his jerseys and memorabilia hanging up, but not only him, there was like just tons of actors and like a lot of things tied into Indy, like Indy 500 stuff, Hoosiers, stuff all over the wall. And then, of course, the steak was really good, too. So that's important at a steakhouse.
that's usually one of the number one things. Although I do like a good shrimp cocktail, too, at a steakhouse.
Oh, it was great. It was a fun experience. I'm glad we made it over there. So
Well, all right. I'm glad you did, too. I wanted to talk about Rich getting engaged. That was big news. I think we should.
Happy American liberation.
Yeah. Happy.
Been waiting for a long time for it to be liberated.
Is this the day after? Wasn't that yesterday?
Yeah, it's the day after. It's more liberating when the first full day of liberation.
The first. What if the day before is Eve? What's the day after?
day.
Day of the Dead.
No. The day after the day. Is there
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Yeah.
Yes.
You take your shit back.
Yep.
All right. Let's have a
Liberate-
libation, shall we?
Well, how was your trip?
Oh, my
were
trip.
out-
My trip was fantastic.
you were out in
It was.
Henderson,
I
weren't
was out in Henderson, Nevada.
So
and,
Henderson, would you go back without kids?
yes. Yep. Me and Mrs. Midwest talked about it. We would definitely, because you know what? It was only like a 15-minute Uber from the strip.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're there. It
Takes 15 minutes to get from Fontainebleau down to MGM Park.
Absolutely. Sure does. Sure does. So we would go, we were at the Green Valley Ranch. In fact, if you saw last week's little 2-minute video that I did,
A lot of people saw that.
It was a big
People
one.
enjoy those 3-minute videos.
And you know what? I looked at the analytics. They watched most of it versus like our longer form stuff. I guess they don't necessarily watch the whole thing, obviously, right? Because it's a lot of times it's 4 hours. But yeah, that was a high performing video. So maybe we'll do more of that. In fact, when we do the burger reviews, which I've been working on behind the scenes, those are going to be maybe
Short,
5-10 minutes, kind of.
Probably the right way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that should get some traction for us. So let's do a beer. You guys want to have a beer?
Let's
Or
do a
two?
beer.
Sure.
All right. I'm thirsty.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we are back in Studio 8B. It's good to be home. Glad to be here. Tonight's libation, courtesy of me. I think I was supposed to buy, right? Was I supposed to buy?
Yes.
Courtesy of me and D-Dub. D-Dub has had one sitting in one of the numbers guys' fridges for quite a while now.
One in the chamber.
Yeah, one in the chamber. So we figured, let's do that tonight. This beer from D-Dub. We'll start with yours, D-Dub.
Okay. A little dusty.
Let's see if I can find it here.
Oh,
There it is.
Got the wrong one.
It's a little dusty, literally. Might be a little dusty. This is a New England Pale Ale from Moore Brewing in, I believe, Chicago, Illinois, or near
Is
Chicago.
this M-O-O or M-O?
Just 1-0. More.
Okay.
Not like Herman Moore.
Or
Gotcha.
Moorhead.
Yeah. Little dusty. This is a
Moorhead States with 1 O.
Is it? Is it? No, I thought it was 2.
oh yeah, Huntley, Illinois. This is the little sibling of their hazy pale ale, Dusty. Don't be fooled. Although low in ABV, this beer is packed with a punch of flavor derived all from Citra hops.
I need that for my kidney stone.
What,
You still got that thing?
Oh, yeah. It's not going anywhere.
Is that why the pillow's there?
This beer's dissolving it.
No, I was shaking him earlier. He was rattling. I said, "Oh, that's fucking weird."
I'm feeling this. I like it.
Yeah, you like it, Tone? You're a
like
big
it.
Citra hop guy.
I do like it.
Tones, we're 2 peas in a pod when it comes to our...
I think our
This
taste
one's a
buds
winner.
are.
I know. I haven't liked the previous garbage that's been rolling through here, but this one's pretty good.
Well, you don't have to be mean about it, Rich.
I like the color.
There's your color.
Being
there.
blunt, I guess.
Looks appetizing.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. Okay, I haven't tried it yet. This is Angie got this when she was out in Illinois, right?
Oh, so we got to credit Ange. For
It's a
this.
funeral
this is
beer.
Good job,
technically
Ange.
Funeral beer. Is that what she was in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, her cousin died.
Yeah, but her loss is our gain.
I guess.
Really? There's no Chicago City tax today. You guys know that?
So, what beer
you
at your
know,
funeral do you
why-
want me to pass out?
Well, first of all, you're assuming that I'm going to die first, Toads.
I think he was
Tones
looking at
into
me.
that shit right away.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, you're talking to Daryl. Okay,
No,
that's fair.
anybody. I'm just thinking.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. I don't think people write that down, when they're making their plans.
No. And speaking of, shout out to one of our good friends, Scotty. God, how long ago that?
11 years.
11
believe it or
years
not.
he passed away. Died too young, that guy.
That was a rough one.
Yeah, good guy. Just
Cheers, Scotty.
anniversary of that was. Hey, he didn't even drink. But the anniversary, that was the first. So.
He wasn't a drinker, was he?
No, not a drinker.
Scotty Bowman.
Different Scotty.
Oh.
I hope it rains at my funeral, Jimmy. I'll be for once I'll be the only one dry.
That's
Wow.
pretty profound.
Sounds like a song lyric.
It does. It sounds like something Maroon 5 might have wrote. That's kind of what I thought when I first heard it. Do you have an attribution for that?
Huh?
Do you have an attribution for that?
What's attribution mean?
Never mind.
Tax term. So where is that?
Tributary?
Yeah,
Tributary.
attributed to. D-Dub, what do you think of this beer?
It's interesting. It's got an abrupt ending. Like the
Like a car accident?
The aftertaste is sort of, I don't know.
Like physical pleasure.
I would like a little more
is a
alcohol
very
by
tough-
volume.
What is the ABV on this? 5.4. 5.4.
Got a cool can.
Yeah, can's cool.
I put it in the middle of the pack, 3.6.
Oh, come on. D?
I would like a little more alcohol by volume.
That's a low ball.
This is an ABV fella.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I could pound
What is
two
it
or
here?
maybe even 3 of these. What's that?
I'm sorry, what was the ABV?
I believe it's 5.2.
5.4 according to the website. here.
5.4.
A little more than Miller Lite.
That's enough for my
Yeah,
palate.
5.4% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, really, that's high for a session IPA, right?
Is that what it is? A session?
Yeah, it's a session.
Jeff session.
I like my
He must
hazy.
recuse himself.
Still hazy though. I like my hazies about at least a 8.
I'm with you.
So you're more of a sipper these days, or like why do we like the high ABV?
Yeah, because it doesn't probably matter what the beer is. I'm probably gonna fall asleep after 2. So
But is your point to get as wasted as quick as you can, or
think
like
if it's
actually enjoy a few beers?
higher the
first?
volume, the longer I'll sleep for.
No, but
So
And the better the value a lot of times.
no.
too,
Listen,
right?
if I want to get drunk fast, I'll just do a couple of shots. Boom, boom, boom.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not a shots guy. I got a
Shotskis.
gag reflex.
I mean, if that's your goal, just to get drunk quickly.
You're not invited to Queens. That's not gonna fly.
I
But
set him up.
Is that
I
where-
set him up, Jimmy.
I think that's where Rich's bachelor party is going to be.
Is that Queens? It
That
could be.
Would be
Confirmed.
something.
Before we
Good
move
time.
on with the beer, you guys have a date yet, or
no, we're gonna talk about it after tax season's over here. I got a couple weeks of hell coming up here, so
Sure.
Can't focus on that
It's like,
stuff right now.
like
I can't. I really can't. It's like I'm either at volleyball or working right now or sleeping.
Well, okay. Is it going to be soon? You thinking like within the next year? Or?
I would think within a year or so. I don't know. I mean, if it's not going to be this year, then it's going to be right after tax season next year, I would guess. So
quit dragging your feet already.
I know, right?
Right. And have you possibly thought about having us do the show from there?
We have a booth.
I think she
corner.
kind of gave me the mum face like your wife did when I mentioned that.
Okay. Yeah, probably not going to fly. That's assuming we're invited. It may not be.
What if
invited.
I ran the espresso table and interviewed people?
That might win her over. I like that.
Tones on the street can be tones in the parking
Yeah, I
lot.
could ask people how they're doing, where they're from, how they related. You know, just get to know people.
You can valet park cars, Toads. and,
With the tux. You gotta have a tux on.
Oh
I love
yeah.
it.
With an old school Frank Sinatra style bow tie. You ever see that one?
Yeah, Uncle Vinny said he's got a tux he doesn't use. So
that's probably stylish. I guess tuxes really don't go out of style, do they? They're pretty much, they always look the
You ever
same.
notice the ones that Sinatra wore? He had the big bow tie that's like real, like, not thick, but like wide.
Yeah, sure. And
That's-
wide lapels, too, I think Sinatra had, didn't he?
Sinatra,
I think.
classy.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Classy.
All right, Toads, what do you think of this beer?
This is in my wheelhouse for sure. Love the citrus taste. I think the perfect amount. Beer's not too strong. 5.5 ABV. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna go 4.4. This is pretty good for me.
I'm with you, Toes. This is the best thing since a torpedo bat.
Wow.
You know, I'm going 4.6. This is delicious. Right,
Whoa.
right in my wheelhouse. I don't need to get hammered off these things. I'm with Tones. I'll do a shot or two if I
Just
need
wanna
that.
enjoy.
This is
Yep.
I don't know. This is this profile one we get every once in a while. I like that one. I like it when it comes to these hoppy
Okay.
drinks.
Jimmy, does it have a hint of BO on the back end?
It might be that sweatshirt
I was
that
gonna
you're
say.
trying to offload.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Maybe try washing it before you sell it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You didn't want to wash
I mean, you gave it a
signature
3.6
off
with a hint of BO at the back end.
It's something. It's something. What is that? The pineapple or something?
I think it's that hop taste. It's got. I classify it as sticky. You know what I mean? I think I've said that a few times. Something tastes like sticky. It tastes like weed.
From House of Dank.
Yeah, it's like a dank.
It's a little
I
dusty.
mean, Tones like the weed, I guess.
Yeah,
Because every time you guys say that, it's like a top rated.
yeah. Although I don't really get that honestly on this one. It's pretty tasty.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
It's smooth. It's very well balanced.
Very smooth. Yes.
I am a little bummed about 5.4 because unlike you guys, I do drink this stuff to get drunk. So apparently you guys just
We
like
got
it.
problems. We got
Yeah.
problems.
It's a good mowing your lawn beer. You know, dying on your lawnmower beer.
Yeah. Do you guys see there's a new Final Destination coming out?
Yes.
You guys, yeah.
What is that, number 9?
Is that
That's a lot of them.
There's been a big gap though. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
since-
there's
the?
been
Is that the one with the old lady in the lawn that she looks out the window and she sees the old lady?
you know,
in
like the semi truck and then
in
the
black?
logs come flying all over the place, and
the first one starts with the plane where the kid doesn't get on the plane and it explodes.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like Paul Walker.
I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
my
it was Paul
senior
Walker.
year. Half a day, I went with some friends and we watched it. And I thought it was pretty freaking cool.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
Does nobody know what I'm talking about? There's a new movie coming out.
Does it have to do with the lawnmower? That's what made me think about
No,
this.
it has there's a lady in black in the foreground, and lady's looking out the window, and she's like, "Oh," and it's pretty spooky.
I don't know. I haven't seen a preview for it. I've heard that they're doing.
I'm
one
going
on
to the
that, so-
Minecraft movie Saturday with my kids. So
How about Happy Gilmore 2?
that's
Anybody
coming.
excited about that?
I'm very excited. For that.
Yeah.
When's that coming
I
out?
don't see how that's going to be as anywhere near as good. Of course, I want to see it. Even if it's good, it's not going to
Is
hold
it
up to
a
the
direct to
original.
Netflix, right, or something?
I think it might be direct to
you
Netflix.
can't even see it in the theater?
I don't think so.
I don't know why they wouldn't throw that in the
I
theater.
mean, have you guys seen the preview when he's looking at the bust, like the past champions?
Shooter.
Actually, I
Shooter.
haven't.
He's like Tiger, Ernie, and then he looks at himself. He's like, he's got like his teeth sticking out of the bust and stuff.
Shooter.
That was a great
It doesn't
movie.
look
God.
anything like Happy. It's funny.
You remember seeing the preview for the first one, Rich?
I think so. God, where was that at though?
I think we went and saw Steven Seagal's sudden death.
That was before Sudden Impact and
Or maybe it
It
wasn't
wasn't
sudden
Steven. It
death.
was no.
John Claude?
Yeah, it's John Claude.
he's
Where he
very
plays-
similar. I confuse those two
when he
all
plays
the time.
goalie in the Stanley Cup Game 7 while trying to defuse a bomb.
That's good.
He actually makes 2 saves. He's what they call a butterfly goalie.
That's a
Yeah.
good that'd be a good trivia question. How many saves did he make?
I don't know. He made a couple, but it was just so beyond like.
Rich and I saw this movie in high school. And what I remember Rich saying about the movie was the best thing was we saw the Happy Gilmore trailer.
Well, it wasn't the Office movie based on.
It was a hockey
Loosely based
related
off of
movie,
it.
right? There was a hockey scene in that movie,
Yeah,
right?
they
With-
were trying to base it off
What,
that
Sudden
movie.
Death?
the
Sudden
one
Death.
that we saw was Jean Claude.
Yeah, it was based on he was in a Penguin jersey in the game.
Well, in the
even remember
Office, the
it.
movie he made,
Michael Scarn.
Yeah, Michael Scarn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so. Yes. The bad guy in that movie was like a legendary bad guy, though, like actor type. If you remember.
What was the name of the movie? Can you remember? It was like Zero.
Did we do this once before?
Yes, you guys did that.
Did we do this before?
0 to midnight or something
like that.
And then,
I think Dale's about to chime in on the
Yeah, Dale's been awfully quiet. He might not be watching right now. I'm gonna give this a rating real quick. I'm gonna give this a 4. Just give it a 4. Straight up 4.
wow.
It's good.
I was on the edge of my seat there with a 4 to 4.
No, not a 4.4. It's not that good, but it's good. I just would like to see if this was 7%. I'd give it a 4.5, probably, because I think it's pretty tasty. But
If
Yeah,
you
good.
were in Total Wine and you stumbled upon this again, you're like, I already had this.
I'd buy it
you
without
buy it again?
hesitation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would buy it.
yeah.
No problem.
All right.
I mean,
Even if it was a little dusty.
yeah. Even if it was a
Are
little
you
dusty.
seeking? You're not a guy that's seeking out new beer all the time, right?
No. I have some of my favorites. I bought a 12-pack of cherry wheat the other day. You know,
That's a
it's just
classic.
something I love. You know.
I mean, those
got
go
his
down
go-to.
every time, like quick.
Yeah.
Well, we had those ones at Griffin Claw, right? That were you might not have. Me and Dom definitely did at your birthday soiree.
I had some good
It
beer.
was cherry. They make a couple different ones, and this was a cherry wheat essentially.
You know, it's like their Oberon, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
speaking of, I wanted
had
to
that
say
one. That was
something.
good.
Oh, Blue Sky?
Was it
Yeah,
blue
Yes.
che-
Yep. Cherry
wild
Mr.
cherry
Blue
blue
Sky.
sky or
Yeah,
something?
That was yummy.
it's like a lighter beer, but
Very good.
they got a lot of flavors.
Yes.
Very good.
I effed up 2 weeks ago. I made a comment and I said, so this is an official retraction and correction.
Oh, wow.
That I said that I think Oberon. Well, thank you. Actually, it's D-Dub today. I forgot to move the gavel. That's okay, Doug.
I told you it wasn't here last.
What did I say? Oh, yeah. I said that Oberon's available all year round. Mrs. Midwest said, wrong. And then she said,
Tastes different every year.
yeah. I didn't know that. Because you can usually buy it at any time you want, but apparently they only brew it during a certain time frame. And I also said that I had the light version. She informed me that was Oberon Eclipse,
That's true.
which isn't their light beer.
But they did come out with a light.
They have
And
a
they
light
did.
one.
I saw it
I
today.
have not tried it though.
I saw it.
good.
Yeah.
Somebody was giving rave reviews for that Oberon light. I don't remember who it was.
I've had
but-
the clips.
Oh, I've
I have
had
the
it
clips at my
before.
house.
Is Oberon like the one in like the Red Bull can? It's got the skinny.
The Eclipse, I think, is, right?
The Blue Moon light is.
Blue Moon.
Blue.
Light,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
good too. I
yes,
like that a lot.
That is a good one. Light
Yeah.
Sky.
Yeah, Light Sky.
Light Sky. Yeah, that's it.
So apparently, yeah, I was wrong about that too. So sorry to be the beer expert on the show. I was wrong about fucking everything last week.
Sounds like we should have your wife on the break down some.
Yeah, she's like,
She's the expert.
she's like, you're an idiot. You don't know anything. I said, okay. She's right for the most part. But I do know this beer right here. This one is
Next.
from me, next on the docket. And I bought this today. I thought, you know what, Rich, I sent a picture to everybody. Rich said, that looks tasty. So this is Founders Brewing Company. We've had plenty of Founders beers here on the show. This is
Local brewed.
Yeah, out in Grand Rapids area. On Cloud Lime. On Cloud Lime. This is going to be a lime beer, lime lager, 5% ABV. Mm-hmm. And
You really need to clear the palate before getting back into this.
you do. I don't even know if I don't think I have to pour this in a cup. It's just going to look like every other beer. But what I thought when I
pretty light.
first tasted this,
Very light.
I'll let you guys go first. Sorry, I'll let you guys go first.
Oh, it's just
I was just going.
Yeah, okay.
It tastes like a
looks
Corona.
color.
Corona? Tastes like a Corona with the lime.
I'm getting that vibe.
well, I think that's the point of any
This is-
lime lager, right?
Sure. I give it a 4. 4. It's an all day, every day.
So I don't have to worry
Drink
about
it.
cutting lime slices and getting my fingers dirty, shoving it in the
No.
can.
I love lime. Too,
I do.
I do
as a
too.
flavor. It's
Yeah,
one of
me
my.
too.
You like
It's
it on
hard to
your,
reproduce.
chips?
What's that?
You like it on your
I
corn
do
chips?
like it on my corn
Yeah,
chips.
lime tortilla chips are fantastic.
Absolutely, especially natural lime. If we got the time, but it's hard to recreate the flavor, right? That's the problem with these beers usually.
Yeah.
It's not like when you actually put the lime in the Corona, because that's really good.
That's fantastic. Yeah, phenomenal.
So that they do a good job. I think it doesn't taste too fake on this one.
I agree.
It's a 4.2 for me, and a summery beer. I'd buy it all summer.
Yeah. Tones?
Yeah, nice light flavor. I love my Corona, especially during the summertime. This is not quite there, but it's pretty darn good. For 5, I think it's a pretty light tasting beer, and you definitely could pound a few of these on a nice warm day. So again, I'm a lime fan, citrus fan, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go 4-1 on this one.
4-1.
4-2, 4-1. I said 4. Now, Jimmy, before you give us your score,
Yeah.
tell everybody your Corona beer theory.
I think at one point in my life, I might have been 19. I was under the impression, because I drank a lot of Corona back then. We used to go to Windsor. For those of you that don't know, we are in the Metro Detroit area. So we had easy access. I shouldn't say easy access. You had to go over, show your ID. And I've had my car searched a few times, but you could go over the border and not be 21. You could be 19 to drink. So D-Dub and I, we would go over pretty frequently, I'd say.
Casual Mondays.
Yeah, casual Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays, Wednesdays, whatever. And that was kind of my beer of choice back in the day. And my theory, I guess, was that you could drink as many Coronas as you want, and you would not get effed up. Would that accurately sum it up?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you said there was no booze in it or
I might have said, like, I think this is bullshit. I don't think there's any alcohol in this, because I could knock back at that point in my life a lot of them.
I carried that with me for about 15 years.
Yeah.
And then my old neighbor, shout out to Mr. Joe in New Baltimore, he had a pool.
Shut up.
And one day I bought a 40-pack of the skinny ones, the smaller ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I also bought like a 12-pack of the regular ones. So I think we had more than... I think the theory was if you could drink a case and you wouldn't be...
That might have been my actual theory.
You wouldn't be... you could still be driving out there.
Yeah, well, I don't think that stopped us, but we drive anyway.
We tested that out, and all we got was a headache and bloated.
I hear you.
So
Yeah, Corona's one of those beers. I feel like you could just continuously. I still kind of feel that way in a way that you can just continuously drink it.
Oh, Corona! I could pound Coronas. Also.
Yeah, and you never get
Even the Corona
screwed
Lights.
up.
I really like the Corona Light beer.
Yeah, Corona Lights. Corona Premier is good.
Premier's good too.
Yeah.
Now Premier is it similar to the regular Corona? Is it just supposed to be a higher end version?
I thought that. Now I'm probably wrong about this because this is Midwest would know. I'm kind of the IPA. I know more about IPAs and other things, but I think Corona Premier is their like low carb.
I think you're right.
So then why
Mick
did they have
Ultra.
a light beer and a Premier?
I don't know.
lower cals.
So wait,
Even lower cal.
then light.
Yeah, I think so.
So light Premier is lower than light.
It might
I
be
think
the
it's lower than
3-1 beer. I think actually.
So why would
Yeah.
you have a light and then Premier?
But Corona Premier is excellent. I think it's a tasty, it's
No,
a
but why
tasty
have
Corona.
both though? A light and a Premier.
I don't know. Why have a Michelob Light, and a Michelob Ultra?
Why have Corona
Yeah, it's
and
the same thing. The Ultra. The Premier is the Ultra
Yeah,
version
right?
of it.
Yeah.
Super light.
Corona
90
has
calories.
extra on their label, right? Mm-hmm. And then they also have light.
And they also have Familiar,
The light is less
which is
you don't see it as much,
no, you don't see it too often.
I get the
but
skinny cans, the Corona lights. Yeah.
it doesn't get
Yeah.
much lighter than
The Premier.
regular Corona. So I was like,
I
how
always
do you
like
get
Corona
lighter than
Light,
that?
but you're right. It's hard to can't find it anymore. They all carry the Premier.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the Premier, I think, is tasty. I think it's it's
okay.
better
I had
than
a couple
Mick
last
Ultra.
weekend.
No offense to. By the way, I felt really bad about. I think I might have offended your cousin. That day Ryan was here, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my wife drinks those," and I was kind of alluding to the fact that he might wear a skirt if he drinks.
The light and the
He's
loafers.
got a
Yeah.
good sense of humor though.
Yeah, he didn't look like it upon the replay. He looked like he was kind of pissed at me.
He was kind of holding.
Hey
it
Ryan,
back.
if you're listening, sorry about that. Who didn't? Did everybody give us a rating?
I got a
I think
4-2 from
well,
Rich.
we're waiting for you.
Oh, on me?
4-1 from Anthony.
Okay.
A
Well,
4
I went
from-
through about 24 of these this week, and
How many?
probably 24. Close to it. This, I think this is excellent. This is the closest thing that has approximated a Corona with a lime.
Now, did you try
Without-
adding a lime to this too?
I think that's too much.
Is it too much?
I don't think you want to do it.
You don't want to do it? You
No.
can't go there?
I don't think you can
do
go
it.
there. No, you can't go
You're
there.
like a vitamin A overload.
Yeah. Is there a lot of vitamin A in limes?
No,
yeah, I
that
think
sounds like
so.
fake news to me. You heard that from Fauci.
Ouch.
What was I going to say about this? Okay, so Bud Light Lime is a close second. Have you guys had Labatt Blue Lime?
That's better than Bud Light.
I don't think so. I think that lime tastes fake. and
Bud
funky.
Light Lime is pretty solid.
Yeah, Bud Light Lime is fine.
Very good.
This is better than that, in my opinion.
It is. This is.
I'd have to have 24 of each of them.
Well, yeah, let's each drink a case of each, and then we'll find out. But this tastes like you put
It's
you
on
get a
par.
Corona and you
Yeah.
added lime to it. I mean, it's good. So I'm gonna go with a 4-5 on this. I would buy this shit. I'm gonna continue to buy it all summer probably. This might be the
It's like Kid Rock.
yeah all summer long.
All summer long.
All summer long, man. What was the beer, the Bush that we had that I was really impressed with that I bought for?
Was it the other one? Was it Natty?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
Natty.
the
it was
Natty Light.
yeah.
The Natty.
Natter Days.
Yes.
Natter Days. Yeah, this is going
Natter
to
Days.
replace Natter Days for me this summer. So On Cloud Lime. Of course, this is probably $20 a 12 pack, and I think the Natter Days was $20 a 60 pack, maybe 2 cubes
think
for
so.
20. Yeah.
60 pay.
So this is a little bit more upscale, but pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. So if you're in Michigan, I don't know if it's available outside of Michigan. Check it out. Yeah. Check it out.
Books.
All right.
Check them out.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of
Oh, no.
stats,
Oh, no.
the
Gotta
czars of
find my link.
knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's
on
the
the,
Numbers Guys Trivia.
Okay, Numbers Guys Trivia. We do this every week to determine who's going to be buying the beer the following week. Rich, if you need the trivia link, it is on the itinerary. I have it on there every week now, so see it over there on the right?
No.
I wish I could put a light bulb on your head right now. That would be kind of cool. Make it lighten
Oh,
up.
yeah. That's it.
Got it? Okay. So what we do is we do this every week to determine who's going to be buying the beer the following week. I think I've lost this. Just like every bet I've made, I think I've lost probably like 30 weeks consecutively. And I think I've lost every trivia for like 30 weeks consecutively. So let's give this one a shot. Let's see what you guys think on this. Numbers Guys Trivia. Name one of the first 2 teams to play in the title game of the NCAA Basketball National Championship Tournament. So it wasn't called March Madness way back in 1939, but the title game for the NCAA Basketball National Championship Tournament. This is men's, by the way. Name one of the first 2 teams that were involved with that. One of the first 2. And I'll give you a hint.
So you're talking like one of the 2 teams in the first championship.
No hints. You can't give hints.
Well, it's not. It's a pretty vague hint that both schools start with the same letter. That helps you. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't.
I can't get the link.
Can't get the link.
I know it's usually Rich, but it's me tonight.
It's on the sheet.
It's on the sheet.
Oh.
I was busy sharing our.
So do we get 2 guesses or 1? Since
I just have to name one of them. Yeah, no, you only get 1 guess.
damn it.
Only get 1 guess.
All right.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And I will say both schools are still around.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, they're not gone. And I think it was 1939 or 38.
I mean, is there any schools that have partaken that are not around anymore?
No, but you know what?
I want to say there was a city college in New York or something though that maybe was around back in the day.
I think one of these teams, I think they were called something different back then. I think like their name, their mascot, you know, I think it was something different. Not far off from what it is now. But
I mean,
I don't know.
My response has been recorded.
Has been locked.
I don't know.
All right.
That's a toughie.
I'm
This could
wild
have
guess.
Jim buying beer written all over.
I kind of thought maybe you guys might have been watching the tournament and somebody mentioned it, or they.
I would say if we all lose though, we should just do a 3-way road champion. We do that when we all win.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, why don't we wait till next week and we'll bring that up again when I'm the adjudicator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Well, I won't be here next week, so I can't bring up beer.
Oh.
Oh. Do we have a call? This is Mr. Rogers?
No, it's probably Gary. I think he does this every week now. Calls the wrong number.
Sounds like the doorbell.
It does sound like
Ting,
that.
ting,
I'm going to hang up on
Like
that.
the train rolling through.
What's going on, Snoop? I have a feeling that was you. Okay. So
Snoop a loop.
Snoop-a-loop. Hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't done DMs.
I thought we retired that.
No, we didn't. Let's play the
Who's that numbers guys fan sliding into our DMs? Is it a request for Tones to chat about his PMs? Or for Dubs to tell us he's a hilltop man? Maybe it's for JT from the Proud Boys clan. It could be for Richie. Queens Bar is where you'll see him. You never know what we get. Sliding into our DMs. Sliding into our DMs. Sliding into
How can we retire this? This is definitely the best jingle we have.
It is.
I just said that today, Rich. It's funny. I was just telling D-Dub that
That is
earlier.
a top team.
He's got a gift.
Yeah, you know what I'm
He's
gonna
got a gift for the jingle.
I'm gonna open up the phone lines too, just while we're doing this. The number to call in is 717 TNG Talk, also known as 717-864-8255. So if you guys want to call in and talk about something, we're gonna be talking about the NCAA. We're gonna be talking about some of the the NFL rule changes coming up here. So if you're interested in that,
Sliding into our VMs.
Oh dear.
you say BMs.
VMs.
That's
voice messages.
Oh, well, yeah. I like that, Rich. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here.
Feels good to be back with the OGs.
Yeah. All right, Dub,
a minute.
any DMs?
Got a few here.
Whoa.
Looks like
What
they're
am I
pretty. Well, this one says the formula? ? Frankly, I like UConn. That's from
no.
Hurley's Heroes.
Well, it's probably Hurley himself.
He did not like the officiating.
No.
That
I
that
didn't see
guy's
it.
got some bipolar traits in his DNA, I
I
believe.
think he coaches the way I would coach because I'd be ready. You know, like I'm always, if I was coaching football, I'd definitely throw the yard marker at the refs. I mean,
Chucked it in their face. Their face.
I would have problems. Like I have problems enough at kids' volleyball
You
games
can't,
keeping my mouth shut.
Can't rein it in.
Anger
Volleyball?
issues.
No, I'm like Hurley too. I feel like I got cheated. He's the only guy that even came close to beating Florida in the last 10 games.
I got more. I got one that says, one time I lost a tooth on a fry. That's from Sark BT29. Now,
What the?
I can only say that we talked about doing fries once for the show.
Okay. Sark BT.
One time I lost a tooth on a fry.
Hey, if they're
Wow.
you get the crispy, the really hard
I
ones.
don't like
sometimes.
that when they're crunchy. I like my fries white.
Yeah, you're a light. You want your fries lightly fried. Speaking of Steak and Shake, all beef tallow now, as well as In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
I don't know
The dominoes
much
are
about
falling.
the tallow. It's a white like a lard or something.
It's basically lard, but that's the way McDonald's used until the 90s.
Oh,
So we're going to taste these fries. McDonald's may be going back to it. You'll eat those fries and you're going to think you're going to be transported back to when fries were great.
Now they're cooked in high fructose corn oil.
That's not true.
Is that true?
Not true.
And red dye. They cook 'em.
Who's Richie like for the Final Four? That's from True Spartan 116.
That's about a week and $1 late, as they say.
Who do you like, Rich?
Oh, to win it?
To make the Final Four.
Oh, to make it? I like Michigan State, Michigan, Baylor, and Kansas.
All right.
A little dated, some of these, aren't they? Yeah.
This one just says, everybody going to Vegas? It's from Sin City Pity Party. Everybody going to Vegas. I guess these are a little bit
I think the usernames are my favorite.
out of date, I guess,
I
because
guess
we
a
haven't
little
done this in a while.
No. You were on strike last week.
I got a
He was
new. I
suspended
got a.
before that.
Yeah, it goes from suspension. Then he
I
goes on
got a
strike.
new one that come in says,
Oh, okay.
Richie, you're catching up to Ben Folds in the engagement department. That's
I don't know much about Ben Folds' history. I know he had an abortion. I'm
He said,
over in that department.
His ex-wife's all despise him.
I
put it all
mean
behind him?
the 5 in the
I only
Ben
have
Folds
one
5?
ex.
Is that what you? Is he was referring to the 5?
How many ex-wives does Ben Folds have?
He's got like 3 or 4 of
Is
them.
it 5?
At least.
That's why it's Ben Folds 5.
I think there's
guy
5 people
kinda-
in the band.
Guy kind of looks like a dick.
He does look like a dick.
He's kind of smug. And
Yeah, he's kind of a smug.
that was from Southern Man Folds fan.
Also likes Neil Young. Possibly.
That's it. That's all we got. I think people. I didn't respond to anybody there for a while, so I think they stopped. They thought we were done.
I thought we were done. We took a week off, and well, there's always next week. So if you're on Twitter, by the way, we are or X. It's called
At?
X at
The
Numb Guys, right?
is it at the or is it just?
I think it's at the Numb Guys.
I think we have a whole short on that.
I hope it's at. Yeah, I hope it is. I've been saying that for at
At
the Numb Guys.
At the numb guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should put
That's
it up
us.
on our screen.
We're the numb guys.
I should. I think it
part of
actually
our-
says it. It does right there. It's passing right now. At the Numb Guys.
Gotcha. See, the Cowboys picked up Joe Milton. Any thoughts?
That was a former Michigan September Heisman, I believe.
Turned in the Tennessee ball. Yep.
Michigan has the all-time most September Heisman.
We did. Tate Forcier is my favorite.
Tate Forcier, yeah. What was the other quarterback or running back? White running back Russ
Oh, McGuffey.
McGuffey. That was a
Sam
good one.
McGuffey.
A lot of good names on that list too.
Yep.
Forcier was phenomenal for like 4 weeks,
Yeah.
and then he fell off the earth.
I think JJ was on that list for a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely shoestrings.
Yeah.
Oh, always. All 4 or 5 years.
Devin Gardner.
He was a September Heisman 1 year. Yes, I would say so.
We do have a call in the queue here. And by the way, that number again, if you want to get in, is you have to look 717-TNG Talk, also known as 717-864-8255. We got Alex.
Alex P. Keaton?
Is that your old neighbor?
Okay, hey, I wonder if it is Mr. Alex. Hopefully, yeah.
I haven't seen Mr. Alex in
A good guy.
eons.
He's a good guy. All right, let's see. Alex?
Hi, this is Alex. Hi, this is Alex.
That's so funny.
Alex?
From Wyandotte?
Oh, Alex. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
sorry.
These are so unprofessional.
From Wyandotte. Alex from Wyandotte. How could I forget?
Stacey's not coming in tonight?
No.
She's preparing for opening day tailgate tomorrow. So.
Get a ride, get a bus downtown, Alex. And check her out.
You can check that.
Oh, yeah. You seem to be infatuated. You seem to be infatuated with neighbor Stacy,
The
Alex.
fanboy.
No, I don't.
Well, you.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just that.
Did she ask about me?
She did, actually. She asked for your number.
No. Stacy said, neighbor Stacy said, in no uncertain terms.
What?
In no uncertain terms, that she's married and she wants nothing to do with a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
14, you idiot.
14, but that's still, I mean,
Almost.
13 and a half?
almost what?
That's the end of the month.
14 in a month?
What the hell's going on here?
I ain't going to cut it, pal.
How's your car?
How's my car? What's that?
Car.
You had a big repair.
My car? What are you getting at?
Car problems. You idiot.
Car problems? What is this?
He called you an idiot.
Sounds like you have car problems. You don't give up Stacy's info, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Alex he's hung up. That was Alex.
You might get a banana in the exhaust tonight.
Hey, banana in the tailpipe.
Love
That was odd.
Love
that
Alex Keaton.
was odd. I have
You've
a
been
button
driving
over
around
here.
your mom's car for the last.
I have, yeah. I've been driving around my mom's car because my car has been effed up. But he okay. Well, just from a geographical perspective, if he goes to Wyandotte, that's right by the studio.
He's keeping tracks on your car.
I think he's keeping.
Maybe he's the reason your car got.
Well, a couple years ago, there was some Wyandotte students throwing rocks at my truck.
Was it really?
Yeah, I had to have a talk with the vice principal.
Downriver Rats, gotcha.
I did not know
I
that.
think Alex is a.
They found the person, and I declined to press charges because I'm like, he's a middle school kid with his whole life in front of him. So I dropped the charges.
I think Alex got some set of cojones on him. I give him that much.
Yeah, he does.
All she could say is no 45 times.
Well, he's 14. Where he's going to be? He's going to be 14?
We read articles all the time about this stuff, Jimmy.
That's true. Plus, she's happily married, so that's obviously
Most
not,
teachers are.
I don't think she's a teacher.
Well, those are the ones we read about.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, the phone lines are still open, folks. If you'd like to
follow Alex,
if you want to follow Alex,
that's a tough follow.
If you want to insult me and threaten to blow up my car or whatever you just did there, that number. What is that number? 717-TNG Talk. That's 717-864-8255. What were we talking about before?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. That was pretty
stole
funny.
the show. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Car, you're not riding in my car later.
No, I only ride in my own car. That thing's going to stay parked out there. I don't know what's going to happen if I start it. It's going to be like the end of, was that Goodfellas?
Vegas. Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Casino.
Casino. Yeah, it was
Casino
Casino.
is
Yeah, it was Casino.
the car bomb, right?
Yeah, it was
Luckily,
Casino.
he installed a pure steel seat, knowing what would happen.
He did. Smart guy.
Yeah, can never be too prepared
No,
for a car bomb.
that is true. All right, let me get into this. So on the thumbnail, I said, we fucking told you so.
I just shared it, so hopefully we'll be getting a big blast of people.
Well, I see we're at about 2,000 right now. That are,
I think I might be friends with Alex on Facebook.
you might be. Inadvertently. I'm sure he tried to cozy up to you to get
I'm sure
close
he's
to
got
neighbor Stacy.
He's already had the numb guys handle. We know that.
Right, that's right. I just have a couple of notes that people are like, oh, you guys are so smart that you were able to use Skills Formula to come up with the list of 56 teams that would not win.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, man.
62, 63, whatever it was.
Yeah, something like
Frankly, I like UConn.
that. Well, that's fine. But I just wanted to let you know, we're probably not that smart to trust in Gill's Formula. So here is just some final notes here. That since 1985, approximately 40% of all Final Four teams, 40% of Final Four teams have been number one seeds.
Really? 40%?
40%.
That seems pretty high.
That's a lot, right? Since 1985, when
Is that
they increased it to 64.
between 2 and 1 every year?
I mean, the last couple of years have been a lot of one seeds, so it's probably weighting it down a little bit. But
Yeah, I don't think that included this year, by the way.
really, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
I'm surprised about that. It seems a little high.
That's a lot, right?
I mean, you always feel like there's one, right? So I mean, that's 25% right off the bat.
Also, 64% of national champions have been one seeds.
Boring.
Yeah. How about this? 77% of national champions have been 1 or 2 seeds. That's quite a bit, right? Mm-hmm. And 87% of national champions have either been 1, 2, or 3 seeds.
That's
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So it's not exactly going on
Yeah.
a limb
Funny
to say
that
that.
I mean-
85 was the one year that the highest seed won the championship.
That was a 8 seed.
8 seed, yeah.
Who was it?
And-
Was that
and-
Villanova?
That was Villanova.
Hey, you got the
Cats
Wildcat out over there.
Comes
Nice.
around full circle here.
Yeah. So I'm going to do one last update. Daryl said it couldn't be done, but we're going to do one last update here on the formula. Let's do that.
Yo, man, that's the formula.
So we owe Gil from Beeson's A Numbers Game. Also,
AMG.
yeah, X at Beating the Book.
Beating the Book podcast.
Yeah. You're a big Gil guy.
Gil's good.
Yeah, I think he's great. He's probably the one of the pioneers maybe in this space, really.
You know what his play was this week?
No, what was it?
Rich might like this one. Over on the Athletics home games.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause they're playing a minor league park.
They play in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a lot of people think of the Athletics home Oakland Stadium as being a home run friendly stadium, and overs could be prominent.
No, I think it's known to be a kind of a wasteland. It's hard to get home runs. So now they're moving into an very easy park to hit home runs, right? So
Okay.
you're going from large to very small.
Yeah, I think it was
Gotcha.
more of a pitching ballpark, right?
A pitching ballpark because it's so big, right?
Yes.
But these guys are under the impression it was a pitcher's park because of the amount of foul ball
That's
territory.
correct. They had the biggest space for foul balls.
So now these Sacramento
Yeah, what was it? Like, it was like a
games.
double or triple A stadium they're playing in
Yeah.
now, kind of.
Now they don't have that there. So if Oakland was, really aiming, if Moneyball is a thing, probably they're looking at their pitching, and their pitching would be, actually maybe related to that foul ball territory. And so now that they don't have that advantage, it's probably a over territory, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of lost outs they would have got with those fouls that they're going to lose now in the new stadium. I got to imagine the dimensions are much tighter all around.
I was watching. I think they had fenced off where they're putting up the stadium in Vegas.
Not allowed to call them Sacramento,
Yeah.
by the way.
Is Vegas? Are they going to keep the A's name? You know that?
I believe so,
Ace?
but
I thought so.
it's going to be what?
Why,
Vegas?
why are they not allowed to call them Sacramento? Because
I
it's
guess MLB put something in because if
really
you
just
notice,
the A's then.
yeah, if you go to
Why don't they change it to Aces? I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a pitching term too.
Yeah,
Aces.
I love it.
That works on a lot. It's like Texas band, kind of works on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Was it feedback?
feedback,
Yeah,
yes,
feedback. You get feedback from the audience. You get feedback from your guitar. Right.
pretty good.
Pretty good. The Aces.
So I like
That's
that.
my vote.
Yeah,
That's
I agree with
Pretty
you.
clever. But if you
why
go to
it comes
DraftKings or FanDuel, or you'll notice that they just call them the Athletics. They don't abbreviate any city for them anymore. So
I got it.
yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. Did we go off on a tangent again?
Everybody started looking at me all of a sudden. Like, I don't
I
have
don't know.
anything
That was
to
a
add.
good tangent. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's
I think-
Gil.
I like
Thank
to be
you, Gil.
educated.
Yeah, thanks, Gil. But yeah, I think I would agree with that because that
They
they
hit for
play.
me yesterday.
Where do they play? They
Big
play
league.
in
In the fourth inning, it was already over.
is Big League.
Big league
Okay, nice.
in a minor league stadium.
By the way, I have a feeling DraftKings is going to start coming out with their up to maybe next couple of weeks. Don't you think?
That's exciting.
Is that
See how much money I
something
can
you
lose
already
on up to this year.
Yeah, the only guy in America that lost on that deal was Richie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully talking about that again.
That'd be fun.
We need content, guys. It's a little tough right now. Although we got the Masters coming up, we got
I already know Daryl's picked.
with Scotty Scheffler. Hopefully,
We're betting on what Scheffler's serving up there at the.
Oh, we already saw that menu.
yeah, we did. Saw that. We got the NBA playoffs coming up. Playoffs. We got
our
the NHL
Piston bet
playoffs. We got our
cashing.
Pistons bet. We got baseball season. There's just a lot going on. We got our burger thing starting up too.
We're
That's
not going dark.
No, we're not going dark. No. White is right.
What?
Darko.
What? Oh, we're staying light.
Good enough.
I was going to say something. Oh, did you guys know this before I get into the formula more?
No.
Probably not. No, I bet you did. Did you guys know that Vegas, because they don't have an NBA team, they're getting an NBA team, right?
It's been
Possibly.
talked about.
Yeah.
Well, they're already building
No.
their arena.
In a word, no.
You didn't know that, or they're not
They're
getting
not
a
getting
team?
one.
They're not getting one. And the Supersonics might be going back to Seattle?
In fact, your
Or going
boy
to
Gil said
What?
Yeah.
Gil said
From
that by 2030 there might be. He bets that there probably will be
Oh.
some talk of them going back to Vegas, but he doesn't think before then.
See,
So
this was from
You're
an
talking
Uber
about
driver
Oklahoma
in
City-
Vegas. I heard this from.
he was talking about it today, I think.
Oh, no
Talking
shit.
about
Yeah.
Oklahoma City, Daryl?
Didn't know that.
No, so Seattle's going to get the first team. Vegas is second, but I don't think they have.
But Vegas is already building the NBA arena.
Well,
I mean, these guys are in.
Before a
These
team.
guys are the Vegas Statistics and Information
They
Network.
can't use T-Mobile already for that? No.
You would think so, but I mean, have you seen that rendering of the new stadium they're putting up in front of that hotel there? But I mean, it's insane. It's another stadium they're building.
I know they do a lot of basketball tournaments there already.
Yeah, and there's been talk of the Big Ten heading that way too.
Yeah, wasn't there like the Kings, what was it called? The NC
Crown?
Yeah, the King's Crown or some shit like that, which was what? That was Big Ten and... what was
Oh
that?
no, this is the one that the Crown is the one that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's the NCAA. It's another NCAA
Oh, that's in
tournament.
Vegas too, right?
That's in Vegas, yeah.
But I don't think it doesn't have any.
I thought it was Big Ten.
No, I think isn't that what is that Chattanooga and
No,
Irvine,
it's
or is
just-
that the NIT?
They took the best 16 teams that didn't make the tournament and started that thing.
Is that what it was? Okay.
So it's not the NIT.
Well, the NIT
I think
is
it
still around,
replaced
but they
the
got
NIT, didn't it?
that's basically what it's doing. It's going to replace it because
Replace NIT. Okay.
yeah.
They should take everybody, even the teams eliminated from the NCAA tournament. Should be like the next, be better than the Final Four. If you could tell me that while the Final Four is going on, we're going to have the 16 teams that have already been eliminated go play in the Crown.
For the Crown. Exclusively on Fox, I think, because I think it had something to do with...
They're on Fox. So what is that? T-Mobile? On?
I think because Fox has no rights for the March Madness.
Yeah.
at all,
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure. Fox has all the games, but I mean, where are they playing that? T-Mobile?
Oh, I would assume.
I would probably.
I think they're playing it at the Sphere.
No.
They got
No.
the
Grateful Dead,
they got
their cover
U2
bands at the Sphere
They got
right now.
U2's their visuals.
I met a 65-year-old guy from New Hampshire that went to see him 3 days in a row and did shrooms every show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was one of the disappointments because we were out there with our 11-year-old who's been on the show, little Jimmy. And we were walking down the Strip, and the Strip's not really a place. I still don't think it's a place that you take kids. You know what I mean?
On the sidewalk?
We were walking out in
Don't
front.
go on the sidewalk
Yeah, on the
with a kid.
sidewalk. And there was like a couple of idiots in front of us just blazing a big fucking doob. And it was just like, meh. You know?
Did little Jimmy like the Spare? The faces and stuff?
Yeah, he thought that was cool. Yeah, he
But
thought
was
that
it changing faces when it was out there or doing something different?
Cool. They had a lot of Grateful Dead stuff on it.
I saw a sun.
Yeah,
Like
it was-
sun.
yeah.
What else? Smiley face, I think I saw.
I didn't see the smiley face because the smiley face is one of the cool.
yeah.
It's one of my
I would-
favorites.
It's like looking up at the plane sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I think that shit's cool. But anyway, all right. So here is the formula stuff that I was going to talk about. Here is the formula. If you haven't seen the show, this formula, by the way, has 94% accuracy, which is better than just picking the 1, 2, or 3 seed. 94% accuracy. It's going to have more assists and turnovers. A head coach with Sweet 16 experience, which is
So does Florida's head coach Sweet 16 experience count the girls he was with that he's under investigation with?
not Sweet 16 birthday parties, Rich. No,
my bad.
No, it's totally different.
It's funny they haven't mentioned that at all. Like
That
No.
got buried really quick.
Really quick.
Isn't that wild?
Isn't that insane? Like usually you get ran out of town in a second with that.
ridiculous.
Yeah, totally.
He's actually Florida's the one that can break the formula here, right?
They can bust it.
They could theoretically bust it. Yeah, the rich get richer.
Formula busters.
And
Actually, that's the one that's been most busted in this whole formula, right? 32 or 34
there's
times.
two. Right. So 32 out of the last 34 was a head coach. So that's why we granted some leniency to Florida this year. You have to have 3+ wins against teams in the top 10% RPI.
Maybe that's what Golden was doing, granting some
Richard S. Golden.
leniency.
Top 75 strength of schedule. The NCAA champion will have that. They've had that 29 out of the last 29 times. 21 out of the last 22. Top 20 in Ken Pom, adjusted offensive efficiency. And then I broke this out for you, D-Dub, because I agree with what you said. Top 20 in Ken Pom, adjusted defensive efficiency, also 21 out of the last 22 teams.
Where's Baylor fit in that equation?
That's that one.
Okay.
That is that one. Which leaves us with 4 teams, really. Duke, plus 100. Florida does not fit the coaching mold. However, we're including them here because we think that is probably the weakest of the...
probably.
Yeah, Tones, actually, I think you said that, so that's why it's still here. We got Florida at plus 300. You got Houston plus 500 at ESPN Bet. And you got Auburn plus 575 over at BetMGM. All number 1 seeds this year. It's not like that every year.
Tough to think Auburn's going to do anything when that guy's got an arm hanging by a
Yeah. What's his name? Library or something?
Bronny or some
Book?
Johnny Broom.
Broom. Yeah, his arm was kind of hanging off.
Only at the elbow.
Yeah.
He came in, he just rebounded with his left hand. He still got a couple. He hit the 3-pointer too, which sucked.
Did he shoot a free throw?
He shot a couple free throws and he hit a 3 with the arm hanging down.
Arm hanging down?
Well,
Supposedly he shot it with his left hand. Can't confirm that, but
I thought he did with his left hand for sure on the 3.
I caught the end of the game, and I think he did.
crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just can you get a break sometime?
Probably had a little bit of adrenaline going through his veins.
Sure.
Can you recreate that?
And
for Final
probably
Four?
some anabolic steroids.
Well, that Auburn, they're like 40 years old.
That guy's 23, I think.
He looked older than his mom, which was weird.
The mom, the mom was
weird.
interesting. The dad,
Dad
was
kind of built like
flexing
a brick. Yeah.
It's flex.
I saw something the other day that the average age of the starting 5 for the Pistons is like a year.
23 or something.
Oh, it's like a year more than Auburn.
That's great.
That's good. With so many young players in college basketball to have early 20s, like starting or average age, that's crazy.
The Pistons been together a hot minute too. I mean, there's they've been young for a while, but thankfully they just this year got a couple guys that can help
I
out.
wonder what Duke's average age is. You know, they got to be. They
Well,
got 2
Flag's
freshmen.
young.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got to think they'd be on the other side.
Well,
of
when
the
you're allowed to
spectrum.
cheat every time you take a drive down the lane, makes life a lot easier for you.
I was telling
Guy
you
pushes
that-
off on
What's
his.
wrong with the forearm?
He pushes off of that thing every time. It's ridiculous.
I think they should make you stay at least 2 years in basketball too.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What are you, Russian?
I'm a commie.
I heard.
I like rare earths.
I heard world famous sports gambler Alan Boston say that the announcers were right that Cooper Flagg really did develop his game. Now he's pushing off with his left and right forearms. So
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg.
Hey,
I don't like that
Duke.
guy.
Go Duke.
Just a classic. That team is a classic Duke team all the way. Like from the mom that wears her son's face on her jersey and like it's kind of like a mid cutoff type thing, even though she's 42. I mean, come on, get out of here with that stuff.
Apparently, a lot of doctors go to Duke. That's kind of what they're.
Dr.
Dookie.
Chang.
Can't even get in the motherfucking Duke.
About to
Dr. Chang, sucking little Chinese nuts.
Chinese nuts.
He
Hey,
went to
you know
Duke.
what? I was at Caesars. As you know, they have a Mr. Chow's restaurant, and I don't know if it's related to the movie, but I imagine
No, it's not.
it's not related to
No,
Mr.
Mr. Chow's was a restaurant back in like Los Angeles back
Okay,
in the
but
day.
doesn't it make sense at Caesar's Palace they have a Mr. Chow's
That
restaurant?
does. Maybe they did that.
That's funny.
There's a line from a Steely Dan song from like 1981. It's "Meet me at midnight at Mr. Chow's."
We all remember that.
Glamour Profession.
I was
think is
gonna
the name
go
of the
there
song.
just because I thought it was related to Hangover. So.
Szechuan dumplings. I can't sing like Donald Fagen. I don't have that.
No.
No.
If it's not on two in nature, then I don't want to hear it.
No, you don't know.
Let's
Nobody.
get that
listen
auto
to that
tune
album.
going, Jimmy. You can sing like anybody.
Well, yeah, it's true. I guess I could. All right. How about a? Are we done with that topic? I think we are. How about a hot topic? We got a hot topic. Yeah.
What are we gonna pick? Hot topics.
Where's Chips, by the way?
Oh shit! That TV is not on.
Is that where? Is it?
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. It's the white one
I'm
there.
not gonna mess with anything.
No, it should be okay. Let's see if it turns the TV off.
See if you turn
front
on
of my
Mr.
desk.
Beast on our channel. We will get some subscribers for.
That guy's got it going on, man. He's got that show. You guys see the
I
show?
watched the game show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
How much did he give away on that thing? Like 100 million or 10 million or
the
something?
grand prize is like 4 mil or 5, and they doubled it to 10. I think something. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Not bad. The old beast.
where's Chips located?
That would be Prime Video.
Okay.
Is Chips. By the way, the Bucks are beating. Who are they playing tonight?
Sixers?
Yeah, the Sixers are beating them by like 10.
So they'll put us in a tie, but then we have 2 games of them at the end of the year. So
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting finish to see if we're in 6 or if
I
we're
don't know if I want to be. I think I'd rather be the 6th seed than the 5th seed.
play the Knicks. You're talking?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of with you. The Pacers. I know they won last night, right?
Pacers are red hot. I feel like they're catching the Knicks, but I don't know who owns the tiebreaker between the two. They got to be within 2.5.
Yeah, it's interesting. 6 might be the if it's. I mean, 4 is the ideal spot, right? But
Right, but I think that's kind of going by the wayside with
I think so,
Cade
too.
being out lately.
yeah, yeah. Well, fuck, half our team's been out the last 2 games.
Well, don't they get like a good week off though when the play because the playing games have to play before they start, right?
Right. Yep.
So I wonder. I don't know. They keep calling that a calf contusion. I'm a little worried about that. I don't like the sound of that.
I
at
am
all.
too.
You don't miss 5 games with a calf contusion.
He was supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be 1 game because he was doubtful the first game he was
Right.
out. It was just like, okay, he's got a bruised calf, is what they basically said, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Anyhow, here's our hot topic. How about the NFL rule changes for 2025 and 2026? I don't know if you guys have been following this or not.
I have. The tush push is still around.
Tush push still go. That's still a go.
They didn't want to dump that, did they?
Nope.
This is a no-brainer. Like, why have 2 different rules in a game?
I agree with
Wait.
that.
Both teams have bought overtime or rain TV. Okay.
Yes. So it's no longer like a sudden death sort of thing.
If you get the first team gets a touchdown, which I agree with that.
I totally agree with that.
I think they should have a chance to respond.
Yeah. But
So do you know that the game actually continues though past 10 minutes if you're not done with your possession?
no, I didn't know that. I was trying to find that out.
That is true.
So if it's on your final possession, you could go past. It won't stop.
Are you sure?
It'll clock out. Why wouldn't they kill the clock at some?
Because you don't get that's the point of the rule is that you get a full possession. And a lot of times the possessions will go over 6 minutes. So the next team, if they go over 10, they
can finish the possession.
they can finish the possession and then the game's over.
So the first overtime period is infinite. The receiving team gets the ball. Let's say they score.
It's not infinite. It's after the second possession.
But after the second possession, I could take as long as I want as the no shit. See, that's not
Well,
what I
that's
read.
what Romo. It almost happened in a playoff game because Romo was all over it. He's like, the game does not end on 0 because I think the Bills were in an overtime game or somebody. I don't remember, but he's like, the game continues
Okay.
past the 15 minutes until the possessions are complete for both teams.
Interesting.
They don't have separate rules for playoffs.
No,
Well,
they,
the playoff rule. Well, there actually was one. So the playoffs are 15. The regular season's 10.
10. Yeah, it's 10.
But playoffs,
So there
you
is
have to have a winner, though. You can't, right?
And that's the other thing. Yes.
You have to have
Well,
a winner.
right. The playoffs would. Right. The regular season can end in a tie.
Well, see, that's what I had read, that if it after 10 minutes, the game can end in
It
would
says
end in
regular season only here.
a tie. Well, I put that in because maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it's more in line with the playoff rules now. There are subtle differences, like 15 versus the 10, and you're right. One can end in a tie, and one can't. But it does
Interesting.
continue until the other team gets a full
in
possession.
the playoffs, can you respond if the first team gets a TD? You can still respond in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, you can do that in the regular season too now.
Okay,
That was the
that was playoff
playoff
playoff rules, and they
right.
moved it to regular. Okay,
Right.
Interesting. Rich, I did not know that. Mm-hmm. So you taught me something today. This one, I like this one. Touchbacks will now be at the 35 instead of the 30.
I agree. I think 35 is too much.
Just tell me they're not doing that stupid.
Well, no, it's
kickoff
at the
anymore.
35 now. It's going to be the 35 next year.
Oh wait,
It was at the
Oh,
30
it's
this
better.
year.
It was at the 30 this year.
why
Yes.
are you giving more incentive for touchbacks?
No, they're giving incentives.
Incentives to return
Return.
kick it
Oh,
and play, so the
Okay.
guy returns it.
they want to kick it and play. not
Yeah.
to
Last
take
year
it.
they kick it out of the end zone. They got it at the 30. This year they'll get it at the 35.
Which in that Lions game that burned them because that was the first team all year that had them return kicks, and they kept getting it at the 20-yard line, 15-yard line.
Yep.
So Washington did a good job on that.
I'm happy about that one. Now, how about this
Yeah, that
one?
makes sense.
Replay assist, which still, that replay assist thing's a little fucked up to me. I don't know. Sometimes they're using it, sometimes it's not. I don't know. But the on-site replay official can help reverse penalties for hits on defensive plays, face mask, tripping, and roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. However, which I like, of course, that you're not able to retroactively hand out a penalty.
Right. That makes sense.
So you can't say, "Oh, I saw this. He held him." Right?
You know,
There was
it'd be
no
an
flag
interesting stat. So replay assist came into effect last year, or the year before?
on it. It was, I think it was 2
Maybe
years
2
ago.
years
wasn't it?
ago. So how much from 2 years ago on, when they started replay assist, how successful are coaches at overturning plays with replay assist? It's got to be much lower
I would think so.
than it used to be,
Yeah.
because the no-brainer calls they just overturn.
Right. Right.
It doesn't seem like you hardly get any calls anymore. Like when you throw a flag out there, I'm gonna say, I mean, I feel like coaches lose them all the time now.
I like that one. I like this one. I think, somebody calls a roughing the kicker and there wasn't a roughing the kicker. Yeah, you missed him.
No-brainer.
Didn't touch him. Yeah. Replay assist will get that done with the quickness, supposedly. And this one I think is a little deceiving. I was excited when I first saw this because I was calling for this. We were all calling for this at the end of last season, that Hawkeye is going to replace the chain gang as the primary line to gain measurement system. And the idea here is this is going to speed up the measuring process by approximately 50%. But here's the big but, it's not going to prevent shit ref spots. They're still going to be spotting the football from what I read.
They're not using it for goal line situations?
They might use it for goal line situations. I don't know. But to me, the whole idea here, hey, Brian Ailes, wait a minute. Can they please fix the play clock, says Brian Ailes.
Is that a Freudian slip?
I think it was. I think I said cock. Yeah. Can they please fix the play clock? Yeah.
What happens?
I mean, I'm glad they're not going to be hauling out the chains because that is always, I thought that was stupid.
But I always thought that was fun.
Huh?
Too antiquated.
Yeah, that's
having
it.
them actual
It was
chains
actually
out
suspenseful, though, when they brought it out the last second. You're like, oh.
Yeah. But it's all based on where the ref spots the football anyway.
I didn't know that they're keeping the rough spot. That just defeats the whole
That's
purpose.
fucking dumb. Right. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think this is.
Hopefully, you can at least call for the replay for Hawkeye. If they mess up the spot.
If they mess up the spot, maybe. Can you do that? Is that possible? I don't know. I think there's a lot to be seen so far, but that was from the owners' meeting on Monday. And I don't know. It's interesting. I guess there's going to be instances like the Bills one that we were talking about at the end of the season last year, where the Hawkeye cameras wouldn't have had a shot on the football possibly. So you're going to rely on the ref spot. I don't know.
Is that what they said?
They didn't say that, but that was kind of the reasoning. Like you may not have a view of the football.
I know, but isn't there a chip? Doesn't Hawkeye use the chip?
No, does not. Has nothing to do with the chip.
It's a visual.
No, it's a visual. There's 6 cameras.
I think a chip would, in piles and stuff, make a lot more sense. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, real quick.
Yeah.
I got a pick that's about to go off.
Oh, shit.
9 o'clock tip.
I think Tones probably had one that went off like 2 hours ago now.
Darn it.
Go ahead.
No.
Mine is UC Irvine. The Anteaters taking on Rich's Chattanooga Mocs.
The
Moccasins?
choo-choos.
Yeah, I like UC Irvine money line -142.
Okay.
That spread, I believe, is 2.5, and so in my head, that should be about -150.
Okay.
So
This is at the Crown.
that is NIT, baby. Probably
NIT.
Madison Square Garden. Hopefully, the weather doesn't
MSG.
affect them any.
Didn't know there's an issue out
It's
there.
indoor.
Sure.
Yeah,
Should
Jess,
be
does
fine then.
anybody else have anything going off before 9 o'clock?
No, mine are
These are all tomorrow?
future dates.
Okay. Richie, no? All right. Speaking of, let's go over our top pick standings here, guys.
These are the top picks.
Yeah, and by the way, what's going on, Brian Ailes? Haven't seen you in a couple weeks, man.
What?
Hope you're doing good. Yeah.
Jimmy, you're hanging on by a thread.
I'm just barely green. Barely green. And after tonight, not going to be green anymore. No, I will be by like 40 basis points, 0.4%.
40 bips.
So Richie down 19.41, D-Dub down 11, Tones down 14. There's only 3 units that separate you two, used twos, and 5 units that separates Richie and Tones. So anybody's game. 11 units between me and my competitor, and as a group, we're down 4D3.19. 4D3. It's a big number.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big number. I don't know. It's fun. Who cares?
These are the top picks.
All right, let's go over the top picks. Here's Richie. You're up first, man.
Yeah, I'm going across the pond here. Need one. Heavy favorites here. 6 to go, and they are in a historic spot here to be promoted for the 3rd year in a row.
Has it ever happened
Oh,
before?
no kidding.
I don't think so. And that's
30 years
crazy.
in a
You're
row?
going from the 5th tier to possibly the second. The second tier in English soccer is a big deal. I mean, a lot of money involved in that. They keep bringing in the right guys, and it's funny. Like who was it? Super Paul Mullen that we've been hearing about the last couple of years. The guy doesn't even hardly play anymore.
Really?
No, he was hurt to start the year, and when he comes in, he gets about 20 minutes, but he hasn't scored in a long time. They got all kinds of new transfers that they bring in and stuff like that. So these guys are investing. There's 6 to go. They're up 3. So they got 1 game behind. They have 6 games remaining. The team behind them has 7. So it's going to be tight down the stretch here. It's going to be a fun April across the pond.
April in the D. All right. I like that. Sexy Rexy. Toners, you're up here, pal.
I got a few.
Hey, you got the most tonight.
I could not find this game yesterday. This is what I was looking for.
I'll be there tomorrow. Tailgating compliments of neighbor Greg and Stacy. Looking forward to that.
Woo woo.
Definitely jumping on this one.
Hopefully it's a decent day. Tigers starting to get tough start opening at the Dodgers, and I think anybody would have a rough start with that. But started putting it together, and I think they're going to have a better start to the season than last year, and won't have that hole to dig out of. But the lowly White Sox in town, Tigers will be juiced opening day. I think they cover, win by at least 3 or 4.
Who's pitching?
Flaherty will be.
Flaherty.
Yes.
Flaherty, okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Scoops has been a little bit having some tough times. I mean, I think 6 hits yesterday.
Yeah.
It was, but yeah. And by the way, we got Brian Ailes again. He says, good to hear you guys again. Been preoccupied. Well, I'm glad you're back, Brian.
And then, shout out to Brian. He lost his father.
Oh man, sorry to hear
Shout
that,
out.
pal.
Terrible.
That's
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry, Brian. Yeah. Then he says, no Super Paul Mullins. Oh, no.
Is that sarcasm?
I think that might be sarcasm. Oh, and Katie Rice is in the house. What's going on, Katie? She says, and Katie. She'll be there as well.
I will be having a couple beers with Katrina tomorrow.
Yeah, she's been on the show.
She's been
Katie,
on the show.
dietitian Katie, you might know her as. All of our people that are health conscious out there. All right, Tom, sorry about that.
So my final 4, I got Auburn in Duke in my bracket, so I'm gonna ride that out on my 2 of my bets here. So I'm gonna take Auburn to get it to the championship game, not win, but follow my bracket here and win outright.
Okay.
And Dukies were the other piece of my final 2. I think they'll cover and get their shot. I had Auburn winning it all, but I think that will flip, though, and Duke takes it all. So,
Gotcha. So you're taking Duke laying 5.5 against Houston.
Yep.
All right.
And then if the Wings have any shot at all of keeping alive, they got to win tomorrow at home. And
How many points they out? 2?
4.
It's a 4, yeah. So
Are they king of losing leads in the last 30 seconds?
the last game was horrible. I was watching it. I got so
That's
pissed.
a bad
Yeah.
goal.
But if they have any shot, they got to win this game at home. So hopefully they put it all on the line. It's a plus 160 for them to win outright. So I took that. So
Home?
Huh.
Is that
Now-
home, too?
yeah, at home. At home.
Okay, hold on. We have a caller here. The future Mrs. Matt. Which I have a feeling, I don't know. Let's just take it. We'll just take it here.
Mrs. Matt?
This is man.
I feature Mrs. Matt. You're on the numbers, guys. What's going on?
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going
Sorry,
on?
I called in so late.
No, that's okay.
What's not, I don't know who Matt is, but congratulations.
I didn't say that.
What the H?
Is this realtor Lauren?
Of course it is.
Hey, what's going on, realtor Lauren?
My parents my brother's in town, and so I didn't get to call in until now. Sorry about that.
Well, we owe you a big congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the easy thing of saying yes. Rich is the one who did the hard stuff.
I'm not sure it's that easy.
We don't have any wedding planning details from Rich, though, so I don't know what's going on.
Just one detail and one detail only. And my brother's going to marry us. So
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Is he's an ordained minister?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So is Tones, by the way, in case plans fall through.
If you need a backup,
Say if you need a backup.
in case COVID comes or something.
Yeah, he does it. He married us. Tones actually married my wife and I.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So, do we know location options and all this good stuff?
Literally nothing.
Okay.
Literally, yeah, in Mexico somewhere.
Oh.
Is my dream, but
That sounds good to me.
That's a small detail.
That's a lot
I
of
didn't-
Corona.
I didn't hear.
You think we could take the Chi-Chi's cup down there, guys?
Some of us aren't allowed to travel
what, babe,
across the
that's-
border.
There's some Pacifico too.
Yeah. Claro. Oh, so you're thinking out of the country. I'm gonna have to. Well, not. I'm assuming Rich is gonna invite me. But,
You better get that star on your
I'm
license.
gonna need to get a passport for this.
Yeah, you better passport
yeah, you
up.
better get rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Well, I think I probably qualify for some sort of journalist exemption at this point. I'll bring those badges we had for the the thing downtown we did. Yeah.
I bet you can get into Mexico, but you won't get out with those things.
No, that's true. I'll never come home. Which may not be a bad thing.
Do you feel comfortable with international travel right now, Realtor Lauren?
Yeah,
Okay. Just
of
checking.
course.
Just checking.
We'll have Terra Freak
Can we
guacamole
change
at the
that
wedding.
name, now that I'm on the air, can we please change that name?
Oh, what was that? I'm sorry.
What do you want it to be?
I'm done being
Realtor
called
Lauren
Terra-
Moffat?
No, I don't. Let's take the realtor out of it.
Oh, you want to take the realtor out? Okay, we can take the realtor out of it if that's what you want. But you prefer realty
RMD.
office branch manager Lauren. Hey, by the congratulations,
I'm
man!
good, I'm
You've had
good.
so much change in your life. You've got a new job. You got a new husband on the way. That's awesome.
What's next?
No more. We're done with the changes of the life.
Okay. All right.
When Jim hears that, his ears perk up. Changes of life.
Changes of life.
Perfect.
You instantly go to the.
All right, guys. I just wanted to call and
Could-
say hi.
could,
Couldn't
Jay-
chime in when you get started.
One question: could JT, DW, and myself be the bartenders at your wedding?
That's all you want.
Sure.
Okay,
Wow.
deal.
Wait, anything else we can ask for? She seems like she's going to be agreeing to everything. She's on the air.
That's one way to weasel your way into being invited to the wedding, baby.
So, realtor, I'm sorry, branch manager Lauren, are you going to guarantee that I'm invited to this wedding? Just out of curiosity.
Sure.
Okay.
Minus 230 right now.
Well, cool. I think it's minus 230.
Well, I mean, I'd rather, if I'm going to pick people, it's going to be your wife first, and then you can be her guest, I guess.
That's usually how it goes for me.
That's a little rough.
Call that a plus one.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll be the plus
In her
one.
case, a
You
plus
can
one
be
and a
her
half.
plus one if you would like.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
1.5. So, awesome. Well, have a good night, guys.
Well, congratulations again. And yeah, looking forward to
Thank you.
hanging out with you even more now.
Congratulations. Are in order.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
All right, realtor.
Bye.
Sorry,
Bye-bye.
branch manager. Jeez, I gotta get used to it. All right.
BML.
BML. I don't want to delete her though. This is
That's something else. I think, right?
BML.
Oh.
Hold on. How do I do this?
No longer in vogue,
I
though.
want to call her back. Okay, she's done. Okay. Well, that was Realtor Lord, everybody. Richie's new fiance. Yeah,
That's French
that
for
is for
For future wife?
future wife, probably, or something like
I think
that.
it's future
Yeah.
lockdown. I think it's goes.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. By the way, Putt says, thanks, boys. Hey, you're more than welcome. I didn't realize you were going through that, man. That's a tough thing. Okay, next up, we've got one pick from me. Oh, boy. Here we go. I got some women's tennis again. I'm sorry about Dale Dubb. Lost $1,000 last week betting on that betting on that pick I had. Although I will say it went 3 sets, 2.5, actually like 2 hours and 50 minutes it went, and my girl lost. But this week I'm doing something a little different at D Dubb's behest. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Yeah. At his behest. He says you should do the opposite of whatever you wanted to do. Because
Wushwang, jing, wushwang.
yeah, so I
Ding.
got Tara
Is that where the
Worth.
virus came from?
Wuhan.
It is.
Wuhan thing.
No, come on, Rich. Rich, we all know it came from a bat in a wet market. Okay, it didn't come from a
In Wuhan.
lab. in
That's our
Wuhan.
official stance.
Yes,
Right,
it came
number
from the
six.
market, not the lab in Wuhan.
Right, it didn't come from the lab that happened to have that particular strain of virus that they were working. No, it didn't come from there. So You got Tara Worth versus Wu Shu Wang Zhang. Wu Shu Wang
Wuhan
Zhang.
Zing.
Yeah, this is it.
Kung Flu Zing.
Is it Kung Flu? Oh, that's terrible. We shouldn't be like that. But yeah, they're playing in.
The S is silent.
I think it is. The S is always silent. They're playing somewhere in I think Barcelona, Spain, maybe, or Mexico. I don't know what it is. I forget. But here's the deal.
With the one unit, you're still positive next week. I like how you're slow playing this.
I'm just gonna. I'll see you soon in the basement.
You're like
Richie.
Final
It's
Jeopardy
no
with the
guarantee.
lead. You're just not giving some room.
Oh, here's the thought behind it. So Daryl's like, just take the opposite of whatever you were going to do. I'm like, okay. Well, so my numbers came to Wu Shang Zhang should be the favorite. She has a 60% chance or 59% chance of winning this match, but she was plus 150 straight up. But I didn't have an observation, as every one of these have gone 3 sets. So I'm going to take the opposite. So I'm going to go Tara Worth, which is the opposite of what the model says to do. And then I'm going to say it's going to go 3 sets. So it's going to be 2-1, a Tara Worth win, plus 285 over at DraftKings. I was just going to bet it to go 3 sets, but I can't find that market anywhere, at least not today. So that is that's what I'm going to try to do. Hopefully I can get
Digging
one out
in
of
some
there.
tennis there.
I kind of like that one.
Oh, wait. Putt says he's got the Bucks over 8.5 wins. By the way, Putt is the proprietor and probably bookmaker over there at the Hotel Putt Sportsbook Casino
think so.
Resort.
Oh, you know what? I met somebody that works at DraftKings in Troy there.
Oh, no kidding.
They said I
The
gotta come see him. Yeah.
DK Social.
I think Putt had replaced Johnny Aiello.
I don't think so.
Johnny Hale.
Bucks 8.5. I think I'd take the over on that one.
And he's
What-
got San Fran under 10.5.
Putt, what do you think about
I like that one.
Broncos 9.5?
Why do you always put Putt with the Broncos all the time?
I thought he had that one last year, didn't he?
Oh, man.
Broncos
This
9.5.
guy just
I think you got to go with the over on that one, don't you guys?
Smoked.
Got to look at the schedule.
Broncos
obviously.
9. Yeah, I don't know what the schedule is. Broncos
It's favorable.
9.5.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I'd have to see. You said the schedule's good?
Gil said so.
If Gil says so, then I trust Gil. I also trust Putt. What do we got to do left here, guys?
Trivia.
He says he did. He did.
Okay.
Yeah. Trivia answers. All right, let me pull these up. I forgot to pull these up. You guys talk
I'm
amongst
guessing he's
yourself.
saying I did means over. Over on the Broncos 9.5.
Jump on back.
I think so. Yeah,
Jump on back.
I think so. All right, here is okay.
Just threw his helmet.
There's a motorcycle, bro. Just get on the motorcycle. Oh shit! You can turn around now.
Just stand him down.
Go, jump.
Whoa.
All right, here's tonight's trivia answers. By the way, the question. Maybe I should probably give the question out again first here.
Yes, sir.
Name one of the first 2 teams to play in the title game of the NCAA Basketball National Championship Tournament. So give me one of the first 2 teams that competed in the title game. Richie, he says Kentucky.
I was thinking Kentucky and Kansas because you said they both start with K.
That's okay.
Or
Good guess.
a letter.
Way to use the
Or same letter.
contextual clues that I gave you. Yeah, D-Dub, he says Oregon, the
Oregon.
Ducks, or the webbed feeders,
Were they even a
Oregon.
state back then?
whatever they were back then.
Oregon.
I don't know if they were even a state.
I thought they were on the trail still.
Tone says Princeton.
Boy, you did not go to Princeton.
I didn't spell it right.
That didn't spell. That spelled.
I was thinking back in the day, Ivy Leagues, you know. So
Prince's
Princeton.
Princeton. They did change their name. They changed the spelling down
Did
the
they?
road. Yeah.
Okay. Well, those are good early 1930 choices, I think.
Well, there's some great choices there.
But not a winner.
Now there is.
Oh,
There is a
okay.
winner. I'm not going to have to buy the beer next week. That's all I know, which is it's rare nowadays.
I want to see Daryl win this.
Here
for some
is
reason.
the correct answer. Somebody's going to be Rochambeauing. It was either Oregon or the Ohio State University.
Ohio
Wow.
State was in the first.
Yeah.
I happened to catch that game, I think.
You watched it?
Did you see that game?
Oregon Webfoots.
This year.
Yeah, the
this year's
Webfoots.
version of that game.
I think they should go back to that name.
The Webfoots.
Pretty dope.
Is that for like
Oh, you watched this game this year?
Yeah, they brought it up. And
46 to 33 barn burner?
And I couldn't remember that it was Ohio State, but I remember Oregon. So
They didn't have a shot clock back then. You do the 4 corners there.
I'm gonna give you Putt's final picks here. He says Patriots under 7.5 wins, Cards under 8.5.
I'm not gonna
Again,
argue
we have
with
to. I
this.
look at the schedule. I don't,
Putt,
who
what's the
knows?
number on the Giants? Because Gil liked the Giants, but I don't know which way he liked. I think it's the over, but I don't know. It should be the under, right?
I gotta but think so.
If it's over 3.5, maybe.
Right, maybe the number's 3.
I'm thinking it's 4.5.
Yeah, it's hard to lose that many games.
It's got to be 5.5 though, right?
I would sure fucking think
They
so.
haven't done anything. Who
You're
they brought
the
in? The
NFL
Russ?
line
They got
setter,
Russ
Rich.
now? I'm good at
Yes.
lines. I'm not. I mean, I can't claim too many.
This is a line in
Experts.
a way.
I'm lying game to game. You give me the first week of. Well, I can't because I haven't done the draft yet, so it's a little early.
Putt says he believes it's 5.5.
Okay.
He's gonna have to check his board.
I mean, that makes
Interesting.
sense. You'd have to go over. I think. With my luck, Russ would give him the 5 wins and lose the next 6, just like this year.
Yeah. You know what that meant, by the way, guys?
Webfoots?
Webfoots means that Tones and Rich have to Rochambeau over here.
Is that what they called Bigfoots back in the day?
The Webfoots?
Yeah.
I think so. yeah.
Tones, I'll make you a deal. If you bring it next week, I'll bring it the next when I'm here.
Okay.
So I can.
Fair enough. All right. See, they settled it
We
outside
settled
court.
deal. This is how
can't-
true democracy
I don't want
works.
to
Yeah.
lose and then not be able to.
Rich reached across the aisle, and I accepted.
Why would I reach across the aisle? Maybe I'm in the same.
Or reach around.
Reach around.
Reach
Reach around.
around.
My style.
There's a Tones line for you. How about some shout outs? You guys want to try that?
Sure.
Anybody?
Shout out.
I'll
Go ahead.
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
Richie, shout out to my oldest best friend,
Shout
Richie. Happy congratulations.
Oldest as in oldest or?
Yes, he's 64 years young.
Shout out.
And yeah, by age.
Okay, second oldest. My neighbor Frank is 82, and he's probably
Good
I
guy.
thought
right
you
up there at
I
the
thought
top of the
you meant
list.
Year-wise here.
Shout
But
out.
yeah, I think that I hope with them this is going to be a good fit for you. I do believe so. Congratulations, and
Shout
good luck.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
Good luck and good. What? How's that go?
Not good riddance. It's different.
Goodbye and good luck.
I don't know. It's from a
Who wants
movie.
it? We're going in reverse order. Go ahead, Tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to congrats out to Richie and
You're copying
neighbor
me.
Lauren.
Shout out.
I have to.
He makes it easy.
The best part is we're allowed to show up to the wedding wasted. Like, that's the best part.
I think she agreed to that on
got
the
a free
call, if I
pass.
recall. Yeah.
I thought it was maybe the bartend.
We get the bartend
whatever.
and drink.
Shout out.
So, yeah, congrats to you guys. Looking forward to that. My wedding invites are dwindling through the years here. So,
Yeah.
And because of Jim over here, we're going to also have a reception in what's the Juarez? What's the city in Texas that's still right on the border of Mexico?
El Paso?
Yeah, what you guys rich? She's from Texas.
and bachelor
right.
party at Queens. JT will be organizing that.
Oh, for sure.
Tigers opening day tomorrow. I'll be down there. Early shout out to neighbor Greg and Stacy. They always host a great tailgate, and tomorrow will be no less. So.
Shout out.
Still a thumbs down on Alex, right, Stacy?
Too soon, too young.
Yeah, he's 14.
I mean, just keep going. 10 years, you never know. Things happen.
Realtor Lord, before we get to Rich, Realtor Lord says, whoa. As in, hold on
I think
a
she's
second.
saying woo woo.
No, I don't think that's that. No, she spells the woo woo differently. This is
Okay,
definitely
gotcha.
whoa. And she says, I said you can bartend, not be wasted.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand.
I think so.
It's
I
a combo
agree.
I
platter.
don't think the muchachos down there be liking you guys taking their pesos.
You know what? Down in Mexico, they get blasted at weddings. They drink all freaking
Oh,
night
yeah.
in Mexico.
Tequila and mariachi
Tequila
bands and
till-
burritos and
Till
shit.
6 a.m., they're pounding tequila.
Yeah, tequila.
It's going to be a lot of Corona Lights for Jimbo
Tomatillas.
over here.
Oh, yes. But I will say in advance, I'll donate any tips I get to the muchachos. And then we got Brian Ailes. But he says, in comparison to the other New York team, Jets over 5.5, which is minus 145.
Okay.
$1.45. Yeah.
Shout outs to my future fiance saying yes. That was nice of her.
Shout
and then, of
Shocking.
course,
Say yes,
my
say yes.
oldest had a birthday, and she just turned 20. So happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Vegas
Shout
in
out.
1 year. 1 year from now.
1 year. I'm
Are you
trying
doing
to, you know,
Vegas?
she's the one that wouldn't go, but
She wouldn't go. You got to go.
Rachel's definitely on board for Vegas. in
You
a
got to
couple
do
years.
Vegas, though.
Lauren's a no-go?
I don't know if she'd want to or not. She wants to go somewhere. She'd probably make me take her to someplace like Greece or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Mykonos.
Right there, tax season. Fabulous.
So I'll take it to Paris. Here you go.
Right.
It's the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas. I'm going to give, of course, I'm going to give a shout out to
Shout out.
my fellow numbers guy and his beautiful fiance. I'm going to give a shout out to
Shatter.
Pop and Gagu and Pop, for helping to sponsor our spring break. We had a lot of fun. That was awesome.
Shatter.
I'm going to give a shout out to Mima and Papa. Mima had some surgery, and Papa drove our ass to the airport. So I'm going to give them a shout out.
Double win.
Double
He's
win.
an excellent driver.
He's a very good driver. Yeah, my dad's a good driver. And then Mrs. Midwest, who's about to
K-Mark?
have some. No, that's not. That's not my dad. Mrs. Midwest is about to have some shit chopped off of her body, so it prevents cancer or something. So she's gonna be doing that next week. So a shout out to her. I know she's apprehensive about that. She's had it done before, and apparently not very fun to have. What is that? This plastic things where they have to cut it until they can't get the stuff anymore.
Oh,
Sounds gross.
I'm gonna go barf right now. Okay?
Yeah,
I hope.
Shout out to
Hope she does
KC.
well.
Yeah. She'll do fine. She's got to go back. There's 3 of them, so it's 3 separate visits
great procedures.
and
Hey.
3 sets of stitches.
But you're
and
still
all this
awake.
other shit.
She's awake for him, though.
I think it's a local
Local,
deal.
I mean.
Yeah, she's going to take a bunch of Xanax and Zoloft and
Yeah.
all that stuff ahead of time. And
I'll hold off of talking about my fistula for 2 weeks.
that's
from
right.
Now.
You got your fistula.
I
stuff.
we'll discuss that 2 weeks from now.
Still
Stay
want to
tuned.
know what the K and the C stand for, but that's for another show.
That's another
after
show.
you get after you recuperate.
Absolutely. Do we have anything else?
I'm good.
That's it.
Are we satisfied?
I am satisfied.
I'll see you guys after tax season.
Yeah, because you're going to be gone next week, right, Richie? Oh, by the way, Mrs. Midwest wants to be on
ATS
the 17th.
Against the spread?
2 weeks.
after tax season.
Oh, that works too.
Excuse me. Yeah, she wants to be on the 17th. So I don't know if anybody. If not, she'll be the 5th woman. But
Okay.
day before Good Friday, because the kids are off that day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So if anybody else is absent,
I'll be here. I just can't drink.
you can't drink. Well, you might as well just fucking stay home. Tones.
You know what we could do? Probably. You know what we could do? I have to give myself an enema, so maybe we could do it live.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
yeah,
be
I'd love
fun.
to.
The night before, I have to do an enema.
That
So-
would
Oh,
be
I thought we were
fun.
going to do a live enema.
well, yeah. I'll bring it and
Okay.
we'll show it
I
on the
would,
show.
I would like to see
Save
what comes
that
out
for-
of that.
Sweeps week.
By the way, Realtor Lauren says that she'll come and join her. All right, Tones, you're out.
I'm out.
You're out.
Okay.
As
Damn
much
it.
as I
I
wanted to see you do that,
enema.
yeah, I know
I'll
exactly.
do the enema on my own pleasure and
Yeah,
household.
do that for yourself. All right, so what we got? We'll be back next Thursday, 7:30.
Just make
I
sure
don't know what
red
we're gonna
doesn't
talk
come
about.
out.
We'll talk about
That's not good.
Anything else? Say it before it cuts us off.
Bye bye. Be good.
All right.
Liberation.
Dubs, can you